a delegation of foreign envoys, European diplomats, including the EU ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Gauthier Mignans, and his German counterpart, Dr. Agnes Gunther, to the palace of the Oba of Benin Kingdom, Omonobanedo Kwakbolokbolo, Obaiwaya II. The visit is coming following the crisis surrounding ownership of the Museum of West African Arts, MOWA, in Benin City.
We are just traditional rulers, as they say.
Obaiwaya describes as unfortunate the protest that led to the disruption of the activities of the foreign envoys at the museum on Sunday, saying that it was not intended.
I really look forward to receiving you again in different circumstances. I should say maybe happier circumstances. It's a pity what happened yesterday. It was not intended at all, but Your Excellencies ought to have done a little bit more research before you came. You know, a little bit more research that they are not being honest with you. Transparency is not there. Ambassadors always want transparency for their country when dealing with such issues.
He intimated the foreign diplomats on the controversy surrounding the MOWA facility.
It started as MOWA. Then they changed its name to MOWA. MOWA means Edo Museum. But because of certain things, I'm not too sure how much you know about this story. But our dear governor told me that he played a video for you to see, that you have seen the former governor, what he said in the video. Is that correct, isn't it? You've seen the video. That video says it all. Go and do your research about the former governor. You are ambassadors, you are embassies, you have people that can research for you. You even have security people in your embassies, I'm sure.
The monarch alleged that former Governor Godwin Obaseki attempted to mortgage the palace rights to the returned artifacts through the Legacy Restoration Trust, and that his refusal to append his signature was the genesis of the crisis between him and the former governor, prompting him to allegedly divert foreign donations meant to build the Benin Royal Museum he promised during his second coronation anniversary.
From the video, it's clear that the Governor Obaseki came over there, collected money from donors, international donors, the Germans, and to build the Benin Royal Museum. Why change? Later it was changed to a different name. Just a different name and different structure and different. They brought me they quietly brought me a document to sign away, mortgage my right to sign approval for what they want to set up with Legacy Trust, Legacy Restoration Trust, to take over all the Benin bronzes. I said, I cannot sign that. That's we see many documents. We have seen many documents in our lives. I cannot sign such a document. Then he got angry. He was always angry. That governor was always angry. He would come to you nicely, maybe, but he was always angry with my people. Please. He was always angry with the palace, with my people. He was known to be demolishing houses, oppressing people. I even mentioned it in my speech without fear of anybody, that he was an oppressor. But you, the Germans, you know how Hitler was in your country. So one could even liken him to almost like a Hitler of the Benin Kingdom. He was oppressing everybody, demolishing everybody's homes. He got angry because I did not sign that document to relinquish my right to be in charge of my ancestors' properties. The properties, artifacts belong to my ancestors. They were taken from this palace. The palace was bigger than this, was as far as to the governor's office. As far as to the governor's office in those days. It's in Wikipedia, we have Pinterest.
Obaiwai II urges the foreign envoys to cooperate with Governor Mondo Okpebholo for a peaceful resolution of the ownership saga.
They dealt with my forefathers, my ancestors in 1897, the British. In 1897, you will know the story. Again, it's like history repeating itself or wanting to repeat itself. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. But the powers that be here, which was Obaseki, came and used his government something to deceive all of you. So please let our governor cooperate with him to do the needful. You will find that everything will be clear. And this museum that they built was supposed to be Benin Royal Museum, that they took the money to come and build. We were cut off. Is that fair? We were cut off. In fact, he wanted to even scatter the palace because of that. He wanted to scatter the kingdom. I want to plead with you to let our governor look into the situation. Cooperate with government house, with the governor's office. They have set up a probe, they have set up a panel, a committee or something. Please cooperate with him, and this whole thing will be resolved. You will find out the whole lot more will come out.
Speaking shortly after the visit, the EU ambassador Gutia Migrants and his German counterpart Dr. Ernest Gunther said the mission of the delegation was to pay homage to the monarch and strengthen cooperation with the state governments.
To first present him our greetings and respect, and also explain to him the reason for our presence here, which is fundamentally to try to engage more and strengthen our partnership and our cooperation with Edo State, as we discussed this morning during our working meeting with His Excellency the Governor and his team. And we also touched upon the issue of the project of Museum of West African Arts, where we were yesterday, some of us. And so we wanted very much to have His Royal Majesty's views on this, and he shared with us these views, and I think we all had exchanged in a spirit of dialogue and partnership, which is the spirit in which we want to take this matter further, and all other matters. The European Union as such is not involved in this project, but some of the member states, in particular Germany, is. I'm very honored to have been able to make a courtesy visit to His Excellency, His Royal Majesty, the Oba of Benin. Thanks to our host, His Excellency the Governor. We exchange views on our cooperation in general, but in particular also about German engagement in Edo City, which is manifold. During my visit, I'm going to see a couple of projects of our cooperation, but one part of our cooperation is also cultural cooperation. And with Edo State, our cooperation has been particularly close because you are aware that the German government has transferred or returned the ownership of 1,200 Benin bronzes back to the Nigerian government and to the Nigerian people. So we are very proud of that move of our government. A number of those bronzes have already been returned, and they are here in Benin City with the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, but more to come, and that's why we are very much looking forward to continue our cooperation with NCMM, with the state government, and also with the palace and His Royal Majesty the Oba on the further return of all those bronzes.
Meanwhile, the management of MOWA has denied allegation that it used the name Benin Royal Museum to secure funding, insisting it had no claim to the Benin bronzes. The governor on his part reiterated that his administration committed to transparency and fairness on the matter.
We are here to see the Oba for a courtesy visit with the European ambassador, German, Netherlands, and Belgium. They talk about area of cooperations. Also talk about what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday was, to me, I didn't understand because I wasn't even aware that such gathering would be taking place yesterday. We have spoken to the Oba. We have gotten his own side of the story. The committee for this very MOWA has already been set up, and they will look into the matter. At the end of the day, there will be fairness. That is the most important thing.
Meanwhile, Governor Monday Okpebholo has revoked the land title granted to the Museum of West African Arts, MOWA, by his predecessor, former Governor Godwin Obaseki, declaring that the property will be reverted to its original use as the historic Benin Central Hospital. The decision was disclosed in a statement signed by the governor dated 21st of October 2025, but made public Monday, November 10, 2025, following mounting controversy surrounding the MOWA project. The statement indicates that Governor Okpebholo, ordering the revocation of the right of occupancy earlier granted to the MOWA management by the Obaseki administration, said it was carried out in the overriding public interest. Jude Aweke, reporting for